Ever wondered how the things you use every day are actually made? Like, how does a pizza go from dough to deliciousness in seconds? Or why does ice cream somehow taste even better when you see it being made? Well, prepare to have your mind blown, because today, we're taking a deep dive into the most satisfying machines on the planet, where engineering meets pure visual perfection. We're talking about industrial magic that turns raw materials into finished products with almost zero human effort. Ever seen a 3D printer build a full-sized house in under 24 hours? Or a machine that wraps suitcases so perfectly it looks like sorcery? What about a robot chef that can whip up a pizza better than your local pizzeria? These machines don't just make life easier, they make it look ridiculously cool. Every cut, every pour, every automated process is a little slice of mechanical heaven. And let's be honest, watching things work with such precision is oddly satisfying. It's like ASMR for your eyes. But let's not forget the real reason we're here: to sit back, relax, and be hypnotized by the perfection of industrial efficiency. From the smooth pour of molten chocolate onto an ice cream bar, to the precise movements of a robotic fish sorter, every moment is pure bliss. So, whether you're a fan of factory videos, a tech geek, or just someone who appreciates things being done really well, this video is for you. Buckle up, because we're starting with something sweet: ice cream. If watching ice cream being made isn't the most satisfying thing ever, I don't know what is. First, a river of creamy goodness flows through a massive machine, getting sliced into perfectly identical bars. But here's the best part: the paddle sticks are inserted in one smooth motion, so flawlessly that it's like the machine was programmed by a perfectionist. Then, these little frozen beauties take a dip in a pool of melted chocolate, because what's an ice cream bar without a little drama? The moment the chocolate hardens into that satisfying cracking shell perfection. Scientists have yet to explain why watching this is so mesmerizing, but we all know it just is. Finally, the bars are neatly wrapped and packed into boxes, ready to be devoured. But let's be honest, you probably won't think about this beautiful process when you're halfway through your fourth ice cream bar at 2 a.m. Speaking of oddly satisfying processes, let's check out a machine that can wrap a suitcase so perfectly it looks like straight up magic. This isn't a wizard's luggage factory, but it sure looks like magic. Imagine placing your suitcase on a conveyor belt, and suddenly, it's perfectly wrapped in plastic like a brand new toy. No hands needed, no effort required, just pure engineering wizardry. So, how does it work? The suitcase gets pushed up from underneath, while a vacuum-sealed plastic sheet gets stretched over it. The machine then carefully shrinks and smooths out every wrinkle, wrapping it tighter than your grandma's Christmas presents. The result? A suitcase so perfectly covered that it looks like it just rolled out of a sci-fi movie. It's satisfying, efficient, and most importantly, it means airport baggage handlers will have a slightly harder time destroying your stuff. But if you think wrapping a suitcase is impressive, wait until you see how an entire house can be built in 24 hours, thanks to one of the most mind-blowing machines ever. Building a house used to take months. Now, just 24 hours. This isn't your ordinary printer spitting out documents. It's a massive, crane-operated 3D printer that extrudes concrete layer by layer to create an entire house. Yes, a real house, with walls and doors and everything. The process starts with a pre-programmed design. The printer then moves back and forth, squeezing out a perfect stream of concrete like the world's most powerful frosting machine. And just like that, walls begin to rise out of nowhere. No bricks, no manual labor, just precision engineering at its finest. And the best part? These houses are cheaper, faster, and stronger than traditional builds. At this rate, we might just start printing entire neighborhoods. But before you start daydreaming about your own 3D printed mansion, let's take a trip to a factory that every college student owes their life to. If you've ever survived on instant noodles, this next factory might feel holy to you. Inside this massive plant, thousands of ramen cups are produced every hour, each one crafted with the precision of a Michelin star chef. Except, by robots. First, the noodles are mixed, rolled, and cut into perfect wavy strands before being flash fried into those familiar curly bricks. Then, they take a perfectly timed dive into their iconic cup homes. Next up, flavor packets and toppings, because what's ramen without that little mystery seasoning that probably has more sodium than the ocean? Finally, the cups are sealed, stacked, and sent off to stores, ready to fuel broke students and late-night snackers everywhere. From noodles to donuts, let's check out the sweetest assembly line yet. Forget fancy bakeries, this factory churns out donuts so efficiently, it could make Homer Simpson cry. It all starts with giant vats of dough, which are mixed, kneaded, and rolled into the fluffiest, airiest perfection. Then, a special cutting machine punches out each dough circle with military precision before they hit the fryer. Now, here's where the real magic happens. The donuts take a perfect golden bath in bubbling oil, flipping themselves like trained Olympic divers. Once they're crispy and delicious, they move to the glaze waterfall, a hypnotic, slow-motion moment of pure sugary beauty. Some are dipped in chocolate, others in sprinkles, and all of them end up on a one-way trip to your stomach. But what if I told you a robot could make pizza just as efficiently? Let's check it out. Move over. Human chefs, this pizza-making robot is here to steal your job. First, a perfectly round ball of dough is flattened into a flawless crust. Then, a robotic arm applies just the right amount of tomato sauce, spreading it out with a satisfyingly smooth swirl. Next, a cheese dispenser showers the dough in a snowfall of mozzarella, because cheese is the best part of life. Finally, human hands add toppings, because even robots need help sometimes, before the whole thing is whisked into a high-speed oven. Minutes later, out comes a perfectly cooked pizza, ready to be boxed and devoured. From pizza to shoelaces, yes, even shoelaces have an oddly satisfying production process. Ever tied your shoes and wondered, how do shoelaces even exist? No? Well, now you will. It all starts with 20 individual spools of cotton, each one carefully woven into the familiar braided shape. The laces are then cut to size and tipped with those tiny plastic aglets, the little things you never appreciate until they break. And just like that, thousands of shoelaces roll off the conveyor belt, ready to be lost in your washing machine forever. But let's switch gears. What if I told you ravioli are made with military precision? Forget Nonna's handmade pasta. This machine pumps out hundreds of ravioli per minute. The process is weirdly mesmerizing. 2 massive sheets of dough are rolled out, with perfect pockets of filling squeezed between them. Then, a machine presses, seals, and cuts each ravioli with a precision that would make any Italian grandmother jealous. Finally, the ravioli are flash frozen and packed, ready to be boiled, sauced, and inhaled in under 5 minutes. Now, let's talk about something that's as dangerous as it is satisfying high-speed woodcutting. Imagine slicing hundreds of blocks of wood at once at speeds so fast the camera can't even keep up. This machine shreds through logs like they're made of butter, sending thousands of paper-thin slices flying in every direction. And the best part? Every single cut is flawless. No splinters, no rough edges, just perfectly even slices, ready to be turned into furniture, flooring, or whatever humans decide to make. Now, let's talk about robots sorting fish, because why not? Ever seen a machine that can sort fish by weight in real time? It's like an airport baggage claim, except for fish. As the fish move along the conveyor belt, a series of high-speed arms quickly separate them based on size, dropping each one into the correct bin. The process is so fast, it's almost hypnotic. And don't worry, these fish aren't getting wasted. They're off to become delicious meals. Speaking of high-tech, let's talk about jeans that are washed with lasers. Say goodbye to stone-washed denim, now we've got laser-washed jeans. Instead of using tons of water, these futuristic machines etch patterns into denim using high-powered lasers. The result? Perfectly distressed jeans without any waste. Fast, efficient, and eco-friendly, this might just be the future of fashion. From ice cream bars to laser-washed jeans, the world is filled with insanely satisfying machines. Watching things be made with such precision and efficiency is almost therapeutic. Which of these machines impressed you the most? Let me know in the comments. And if you want more oddly satisfying content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications.